But in third age, we now have that huge workforce of over 1,000 volunteers who are making a huge difference to the communities.
And how open to you would a nursing home be if somebody knocks on the door and says, I'm an advocate for Mary Jones in bed 15 or whatever? How open would the nursing home be to let you in, walk around, see all there's to be seen?
Some nursing homes are very open, but we have to be invited into the nursing homes, unfortunately. But we work very closely with HICWA. So, some are very, very open.
But it is by prior appointment every time you arrive at one?
Not every time. Once the nursing home has signed up for that programme, then the advocate, can walk in at any time to that person that they're advocating for.
So once the arrangement has been agreed or the relationship set up as such, then the advocate can in fact turn up at any time, just like any other family member.
Absolutely, yes.
So that then becomes a little bit more powerful down the line because they might then start dropping in as such.
That's right, yes.
And how much time would your volunteers give to this?
It depends on the various programmes. Take for instance Fáilte Teach, to give 2 hours a week. And maybe even a little more.
How does the Fáilte Teach programme differ now from the advocacy programme?
Well, with Fáilte Teach is where we teach conversational English to our migrants.
Oh, you mentioned
that. But by doing that, we're also helping the migrants to integrate into our communities, because we would also signpost them to the various organisations within a community that may not be aware of. Just take, for instance, the GAA. There are other, organisations that they can and could benefit from. So that's to be welcomed. But really, with the Fáilte Teach programme, it's helping people to integrate into our communities. And we're learning a lot too from the migrants. Or if you had to ask me 6 years ago to tell you something about Moldova, I could barely show you where Moldova was on the map. Now I can tell you about their weather, about their culture,
and probably things. Lithuania and Poland and Nigeria and all the other places.
We've been helping now people from 66 different countries. So we have, at the moment, we're reaching out to 1,400 migrants right around the country.
Now we have Mary Nally in studio, and Mary is the founder of Third Age, the advocacy group for the older members of our society. And some comments in Mary. Nally is very inspirational the way she speaks about older people. It's great to hear such positivity about the older generation. And we have Patrick in Castle Bellingham saying, once you get a little older, people write you off, but there is so much you can offer when you get on in years. We have a chance to change the way we perceive older people over the next few years. I really hope we do. And we've another caller who would agree with the points Mary is making. Older people are all too easily pushed to one side and forgotten about by today's society. When they have a wealth of life experience and knowledge to share, we shouldn't be so quick to write our elders off. So lovely comments there in support of you, Mary. I was just actually thinking there over the break that I have an aunt who lives in Bristol in the UK, and she's very involved in a similar group to your one, Third Age, and in her 70s, which is about 10, 15 years ago, she's well into her 80s now, she was encouraged by them to go off and do a degree. She'd always wanted to do a degree. She always felt she was a little bit she had undereducated and people might think she was stupid, which is very far from the point, but she thought that herself. And she went off and did a degree and got a first class honours degree in English literature in her 70s, and was never as proud of anything in her life. And that picture of her with her degree and with her gear on is up on her mantelpiece. That's the kind of thing you like to see happen, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, age is only a number, and I think it's all down to one's attitude. Yeah,
indeed.
It's so important.
Now, you have a major international conference coming up. Tell me about that.
Yes. This year is a very important year too for older people. It's European Year of Active Ageing and Solidarity between the Generations. And we thought that we would mark the year with our flagship, which we're hosting a conference in Croke Park, and the theme of the conference is Older Wisdom, a Younger Vision, Europe's Recovery Through Intergenerational Solidarity. And we are very, very lucky that we have the European Commissioner coming over to give the keynote address. His name is Laszlo Andor, and he's the Commissioner for Employment, Social Affairs and Inclusion, and he's also taken the lead in this European year, which is very, very important. And the 1st of October is also another very important year because it's International Day on Ageing. So we're marking it with a conference in Croke Park. So for anybody who would like to come along, it's a date for your diary, the 1st of October.
And it's open to everyone.
It's open to everyone. We have very, very interesting speakers. We have Pat Cox. We also have Esther Ranson that people will have. Yes, Esther has been over a few times to Third Age because, Esther was the person who started Childline in the UK 25
Indeed,
years ago.
she has been an advocate herself of so many causes.
And now she is setting up a senior helpline in the UK based on our model. So Esther will be one of the speakers at our conference.
That must be very gratifying for you, Mary, that you set up this little organisation 25 years ago, and look where you are today, that you have the likes of the European Commissioner Esther Ranson and those people rallying to your cause. That's incredible leadership for you personally, isn't it?
Yeah, but I always say that it's the people that, that it's the team, it's the volunteers, it's the people who make it happen, it's the good people that, I'm surrounded by.
How did all this work impact on your own family life? It must have.
Well, yes. I have a husband who's my rock. I have 2 sons, and without their support, over the years, because yes, it has been very demanding. It has taken a lot of my time, but only for their support, I would not be able to do what I'm doing today.
I presume, as well as with all of these organisations, that funding over the years has been a struggle as well.
Oh, it's such a headache. We fundraise all the time. We cannot let up. And it is so important for the work to continue within Third Age. That we've got to fundraise, and fundraise can, take a lot of your energy, but still, it has got to be done. There is no way around it. We need money to continue. It is so vitally important for that work.
And with government funding being cut back all the time, and people finding it harder to dip their hands in their pockets and help you out, you have to obviously become very creative about how you raise your money.
Yes, and that's difficult because, there are so many organisations, voluntary organisations out there, but at the same time, it has got to be done. We've got to do it. And
I think, Mary, you said that because we were coming to the end of the programme, you have an open day in Summerhill you'd like to tell us about to finish up.
Yes. Next Friday, we decided that we would showcase all of the different projects, programmes, activities within Third Age. And if anybody would like to come and ask questions or, see what is available and what they can join and be, to participate in and to engage in, they can come along on Friday morning to the community centre from 10 until 1, where we...
In Summerhill.
In Summerhill, yes. Everybody is welcome, young and old.
Well, Mary, I hope they certainly do come along to hear about the wonderful work you're doing, and hopefully to give you a little bit of support where you need it most, whether it is through volunteering or through the hard-earned cash, as we say. Mary, Nally, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Now, a couple of your comments. Tommy says that the elderly are a neglected sector of our society. In this day and age, society only has time for you when you can be of use, and once your usefulness is gone, you're consigned to the scrap heap. Well, obviously Tommy really admires Mary for her work and for recognising that older people still have a lot to offer.